We're with Tim Brown of Brown's Groves, longtime vendor at the farmers markets locally, and also 100 years of growing citrus in the area. Tim, we want you to show us around the grove here. Then we're going to go over to the packing house, see how it goes there, and we'll have a full scope of what you guys do and your family have done for years.
Okay. Well, this is a grove where we've got a new variety called sugarbell planted. These trees are only 5 years old. These trees have grown really fast. I'm impressed over the growth of these trees. These trees put on a lot of fruit. The biggest problem we're having is they're putting on so much fruit, we're not getting the fruit size that we would like to see. But this particular variety is a cross between a honeybell and a clementine. It's a new variety called sugarbell.
So that's why it's called a bell.
It's
right?
got the bell in, just like a honeybell.
I'm going in.
They're a little bit smaller than a honeybell, but as you can see, they peel much easier than a honeybell.
Yeah.
And because it is a cross with a clementine, they actually section more like a tangerine, and they're easier to eat than a honeybell. Although the honeybell is still a great variety, this sugarbell is going to be right behind them as soon as people get to know the variety.
Those are very good.
Don't come much sweeter than that.
No, they don't. These are good eating. So how many? This is your first grove that you had. Your dad had some others, or was the groves here when you bought the place?
My grandfather had a grove on McIntosh Road back in the early 40s and 50s. Then my dad and his brother, they bought property on Sawyer Road. And they had 10 acres each on Sawyer Road for 50 years, and that's where they operated their retail business there on Sawyer Road. Then the year I got out of high school, I purchased this piece of property before I even got married to Heidi.
Was the house built, or you built the house?
No, we built the house. There wasn't nothing here at all, just flat land. And we built the house about 5 years later, planted the grove, and at that point I was bringing my citrus into Sarasota and selling it through my dad's business, to where now we have the business out here and we do the farmers markets, and he's retired, passed away.
All right, Tim, it's time for the adventure to begin. We're going to go over to leave here, go over to the packing house, and we're going to see exactly how your family has been doing it for over 100 years.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Okay, Tim, we're back from the harvest here. So the oranges come, from one location, come over here from where you grow them, and then what happens right here?
Well, right here we run them through the machine. This machine washes them, waxes them, dries them, and sizes them.
Wow.
Then from this point, they get sent to the farmer's market, or they go for gift fruit shipping.
Sort of like a spiffy car wash.
Yeah, like a spiffy car wash.
Tell me the year of this piece of machine.
Oh, this piece of machinery is probably at least 20 years old.
Wow.
We've got actually 4 different machines, and they're kind of like part of the family. You don't want to part with them.
Did your dad use these machines back in the day?
Actually, the machine that he used is in the other building.
I see.
I've got 2 machines that he used, and then this one is the newest piece, and it's still old.
Yeah. Wow. So then from here they get washed, transferred over to the shipping area, and prepared to go to the markets.
Correct. They go to the farmer's market, or else they go to gift fruit shipping. Gift fruit shipping, they are usually sent to individual addresses and given away as gift fruit for the holidays or any time of the year.
Yeah.
And they go to all over the United States when they leave here. Grandfather started it in 1915, so we're a little over 100 years in business right now. It's a family operation. I mean, I'm 3rd generation. My sons are all actively involved in the business as well with their own groves, and they're the 4th generation. And it seems like each generation just kind of passes the hat to the next one. And
yeah, Tim's up there with the boss, Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown, you do a heck of a job.
Thank you.
It's not an easy job, is it?
No, it's not easy. It's very fulfilling, but it's not easy.
And then the markets that you do.
Yes.
You stay pretty busy.
We do 4 markets along with our farm market. That's all week long.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep, we sell a lot of our citrus there.
Okay, yeah, let's start filling it up. We ain't got much time here. We got to get these shipped.
Over here.
They go all across the country. We get them from,
What's the farthest they go?
I actually had a lady that paid the price to ship them to Alaska.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that was the farthest I've ever shipped my citrus.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some companies that ship over the country, out of the country, but I do only United States. The only state we can't ship to is California.
Really?
Yeah, no, they won't let you unless you have a special license.
They don't want our
But we've
bugs and
been there.
diseases.
Oh, yeah. Well,
We have shipped to every other state in the United States, other than Hawaii.
that's great.
So, yeah. Oranges and grapefruit go all over the country.
So I'm with Tim over at Trevor's house. What do we have, 10 acres here, or you got 20 acres here?
Well, there's 10 acres that belongs to Trevor. He's in the process of buying now. And what this was an old grove, and we pushed it out. They were probably 50-year-old trees. We cleared the whole area, pushed out the old trees, put in new irrigation, and we've planted new trees in here. The old way of planting trees back in those days was 25 by 25 setting. Nowadays they plant them much closer together. These are planted 12.5 by 25, so you get twice as many trees per acre, which gives you a much quicker yield on the amount of boxes that you pick.
Do they grow the same size?
No, but trees nowadays are normally kept smaller. I mean, back in the old days, they had big trees and big ladders to pick them.
Remember the time I was out there picking years ago? We did
Yeah.
I came out and we picked those. I wasn't
Yeah.
very good at it, but.
Well, nowadays they try to keep a uniform, smaller tree, which makes it easier to pick, easier to spray, more sunlight gets into the tree. It's just a new way of growing citrus, and you get about 125 trees to the acre by doing that.
Well, we want to thank Tim for giving us a tour today, sort of seeing how Florida citrus, especially for the last 100 years, and the Brown family, and Heidi, and Travis, and Trevor's place. So we appreciate it. I think all the people in Sarasota appreciate you guys, especially at the markets that you do, and I want to thank you for letting us come out.
Appreciate you coming.
Until next time at the next Sarasota Farmers Market Managers Field Trip.